thing of at the
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. You have the code for the machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you never stick to you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.net.
And do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Darl, the movement dedicated to empowering men, uniting brothers, and building a strong coalition. This is more than just a conversation. It's a call to action. Join us as we uplift, support, and inspire men worldwide. Because together, we don't just talk, we lead, we grow, and we conquer. Are you ready to be part of the coalition? Let's dive in.
Welcome to Man Talk 133, where men unite. What is going on, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, bro? How you feeling? How you feeling?
That to it, man. We back again. Welcome everybody for
Yes,
joining,
sir.
tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So tonight, man, we're gonna try to help out some parents tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to help out some parents tonight, man. You know, the show tonight is about parenting pitfalls.
Okay.
You know, people,
Uh-oh.
you know, we parents.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we try to lead and guide our kids the best way that we can. You know what I mean?
Right.
But sometimes, you know, parents, they feel like they doing the best for their kids, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they ain't. So
All you can do, man, is just do your best in raising them, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? After they get up, you know, hey, it ain't gonna be a reflection on you. That's what I like to tell people.
yeah, that's a
You know what
fact,
I mean?
man. That's a fact. And you know, some of the common parenting mistakes include comparing children,
Mhm.
having unrealistic expectations, and not setting boundaries. So we're gonna go into these and, you know, try to break down some of these, man, and try to
Mhm.
try to help them out. Like, you know, comparing children to others can harm self-esteem and confidence. You know how
Mhm.
some people can do that. You know,
Yeah.
you know, in the black community, one of them
You
may
got that.
have good hair, and one of them might have not. So-
Yeah, or you got that favorite child.
you got that
You know what I'm
one,
saying?
and you
But
compare them.
yeah.
You know,
That's something I don't do, man. All of my kids, I treat them all the same.
yeah,
All
yeah,
of them.
yeah,
You know,
man.
even you know, if you want to, I don't call it like a stepchild or
Uh-huh.
daughter or whatever. Even though my daughter came in, you know, I got a Destiny, my second oldest daughter,
Mhm.
and she just like the rest of them. You know, I don't look at none of them as a specialty or whatever. Now, the reason why we may take care of Deja a little more is because she's still in the home. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? She's still a school age child. But
Exactly.
all that favoritism, man, I seen people do that favoritism stuff, man. That don't sit well with me.
Exactly. But you know, some people, like you said, do that. They compare,
Hmm.
not thinking about the damage that excuse me, that is
Hmm.
being done. I mean, you're
Hmm.
talking about when you compare kids, you know, sometimes, you know, it can be small as things as like skin color.
Mm-hmm.
or hair texture,
Yeah.
or this one's smarter than you, or this one
Mm-hmm.
got a better grade than you, and it could be like by 1 point. But
Mm-hmm.
as a child, they look at it, and some will remember that. They could be
Mm-hmm.
50 years old and still remember when you compared them to so and so. And
Mm-hmm.
it only have to be like your kids. It can be somebody else's kid, or like
Right.
a cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you be smart like your cousin?
Right. Right. And you can also have, when you talk about them parents like that,
Yeah.
you can also have a parent that may have multiple babies,
Mhm.
multiple fathers,
Yeah.
and they may treat one of those kids
Mm-hmm.
better than they do the other ones, like you were saying, because of they probably admire that one particular father
Mm-hmm.
more than they do the other father or
Yeah.
fathers. You know what I mean?
And the sad part is that the father that they admired ain't the one in the house.
Right. That's normally the case.
It's normally the case, man. They
Yep.
first love or whatever they want to call that
Mhm.
thing. And then another thing is not challenging your children,
Mhm.
giving the children the opportunity to make decisions, help them develop decision making skills.
Mhm.
Like it can be something as small as what do you think you should do in this situation?
Mhm. Right. Right.
Hey, do you want to go do XYZ? Because most times, like for like young kids,
Mhm.
parents make the decision for them, which is kind
Yeah.
of yeah.
Yeah. Particularly, I guess, like they like when I use that, when you say it like that, a lot of
Mhm.
parents, when they do that, they living through their kids.
Exactly.
It's something that they didn't get a chance to do, or they didn't finish, whether it's sports or whatever it may be, and they live through their kids, and they be pushing their kids in that direction, but the kids may not necessarily want to go that way.
Exactly. And it helps, and it diminishes their decision making skills when they
Hmm.
get older. Now
Hmm.
I'm gonna go a little deeper with it. It can
Okay.
also affect their decision making skills when dating someone.
Hmm. Okay.
Because they're used to being told what to do all the time. They think it's a normal thing when
Hmm.
they have um a boyfriend that
Hmm.
tell them what to do all the time, which is
Hmm.
abnormal, but it seems normal to them because the
Hmm.
decision making has all been made throughout their whole life. So they think it's, hey, he telling me to go do XYZ, I supposed to go do it.
No, no, we don't get down like that. No, you know what I'm saying. We teach ours how to stand on their own 10. And of course, if they're in a relationship, they can be respectful.
Yeah.
Both parties should be respectful to each other as well. But as far as like, we don't teach them like they ain't gonna be no slaves to nobody, nothing like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
man. I agree 100%. Having unrealistic expectations.
Hmm.
Um, realistic expectations can negatively do what is going on, negatively impact the child's mental and emotional health.
Okay, you all right? Go ahead.
Let him use you. Like,
Oh yeah.
but like putting these expectations on them just
Hmm.
because you see another child. The
Hmm.
child may be 4 inches taller than your child. He may be
Hmm.
able to dunk. He should be able to.
Hmm.
That don't mean you got your child out there running with them ankle weights and trying to do
Right.
all this other kind of stuff, trying to force them into do something that they ain't equipped to
Right.
do.
And it's the same. It's the same way with grades.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
now I'm
gonna
on
go there
now.
next.
Yeah, now I'm on baby girl. I'm on her hard with grades,
Hmm.
and but we do have a realization that she's good in school with with what she do. But you got to be realistic. You just can't keep pounding, pounding, pounding on them.
Yeah,
Cause you know what I'm saying. Cause like you said, some cases when parents do that, their
yeah,
kids end up letting them down. You know what I'm saying. You know,
right, right. But that's the
end up
thing
letting them
is,
down.
they
Yeah.
set the expectation for them to
Too
let them down.
right. It's too high.
It's
It may
way.
be it may be too high, and some parents may not look at it as being too high. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? You just like you said, you just got to be realistic on some
Exactly.
things.
Exactly. But you know what I have said before. Don't allow people to put expectations on you that they don't have on themselves.
Right.
They want their kids to perform at a optimum level, like at a high level. Now they supposed to, but at the same time, when you ain't performing at a high level,
Right.
how you expect
Right.
them to perform? They just gonna mimic what you doing. They see you laying on the couch potato. That's what they want to be, a little couch potato. You see what
And
I'm
like
saying?
and like you said too, man. Like you said, the expectations, man, is like, you know, sometimes, like I said, they can go overboard with it. Like, you know, everybody's not a genius. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, everybody's not a genius. So, you know, even though they want their kids to be that, and it's not realistic. You know, you just gotta, you know, you just got to reel it in, dial it in, and be like, yo, you know, they just ain't gonna be a genius. You know, we got to work on some other areas. You know what I mean? Do the best you can.
I'm trying. Hey man, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stop with the unrealistic expectations on y'all kids. It causes a child. It impacts their mental and emotional because they feel like they're letting you down.
Yeah,
They
because
don't
some parents,
do.
yeah, not to cut you off. Some parents will beat their kids
Yeah, for
if they
that.
don't if they don't bring a certain grade in the house and stuff like that. Like I said, that affects them mentally.
Yeah, for real, man. Invalidating the child's feelings can hyperactive can lead to hyperactivity, defiance, and mood problems. You know what I'm saying? When you don't validate how they feel, like you know, hey, like if you're talking to your child and they have an opinion and they want to feel validated in that conversation. I wouldn't call it an argument, but in that conversation, and you just be like, "No, you be quiet. I got this. I'm
Right.
I'm I'm the I'm the dad right now.
Yeah.
You
Dad,
just
the
be
parents,
quiet
we
and
got
listen."
this. Right.
And then they have a voice. They want to be heard. They want to be like, well, I guess what I'm saying don't matter. So they're gonna act out. They're gonna buck against it. They're gonna have mood issues and swings and stuff like that until you get to the place where you can say, hey man, just kind of at least I ain't say you have to hear them, but at least hear them.
Right. And that's more too, man. I put more that on the social media side
Yeah.
because like they see all these other kids or whatever on social media, how they do their parents and stuff like that. So they feel like as a whole, all the kids feel like they can do their parents like that. And you know, like we always say when we came up, hey, when grown folks talking, we got to go in the back or either outside.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I'm
shut
saying?
up.
You know, so they don't get none of what we used to get.
Nah, not
You
at
know what I'm
all.
saying? Yeah.
Nah, it's totally different right now. The internet
hmm
is kind of to a
hmm
certain extent raising their kids.
And that's where we at right now, man. It's a struggle, man. With that's where we at with that social media, man. The internet stuff, man.
For real, man. And another one is lack of boundaries. Without boundaries, children may have a difficulty knowing what to expect and may have trouble being accountable.
hmm
I mean, think about it. If you let your child just do whatever, now I seen some kids take off on their parents and they think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? They think it's a joke. But when they get older, they can't distinguish the difference. And then it causes them to take off on somebody that take off back. And it
Right.
can cause some issues, down the line, whether you can get your nose broke or whatever.
Man, I can't understand it, man. I don't know what it is with the parents of today, man. They letting these kids take off on them and stuff like that. For
Yeah,
what the
man.
one thing is though, they try to be friends with their kids too much.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So when they get comfortable with it, like I said, their kids take off on them and stuff like that, man. I can't see none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is become the norm. Like, you have
hmm
kids that's taking parent pictures with their parents
hmm
like they homies. You don't know who to distinguish who the mama or who the dad is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of got to the place now where they act up in school
hmm
because they so cool, they homies, Instead of hearing the teacher, they're gonna come out there and then they're gonna talk, start talking junk to the teacher because they listen to what their little friend tell them, which I'm saying the parent is listening to the child.
Right. And the parent's gonna talk trash to the teacher too. That's what you're saying, right?
Yo,
Or both.
100%.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
100.
they oh, go ahead.
Now I would say 100%. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna talk junk to the teacher because they are listening to what their little homie is saying, which is their child, instead of treating them like a child. Like back in the day, it wasn't none of that.
No.
You already know.
You see, like I said, they ain't got no parents, ain't got no accountability now. That's why I always say, man, it'll be hard for me to even be a teacher's assistant or what you call it, substitute or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't deal with that. Like, like when the parents come out and they trying to, fire off on me or whatever they trying to do because of their kids or whatever.
Yeah.
That'll be my last day of working.
Yeah, for real.
Because I'm gonna fire back.
Yeah, right. And see,
Oh,
and that's what the point I was making. They don't
right.
know like the boundaries of because the parents play with them, but the people in out here they're not gonna play with them. It's gonna be a for real serious situation that could get them in some serious trouble. You know what I mean? So letting your children avoid responsibility. Children can become responsible adults if they are encouraged to do age appropriate chores. Clean your room, take the trash out. I mean, stuff like that. Wash the car, cut the grass. But most times they don't do that. They let them, hey, don't worry about it. I got it. Or don't, or whatever the case is.
Man, you got the mamas and the grandmas, man. They, you know what I'm saying? They especially boys, man.
Yeah.
The moms and the grandmas. I know if they hear it, I know they're gonna be mad, but it don't bother me none. You know what I'm saying? Like the moms and the grandmas, they make these boys, man, so soft, man, and just like coddle them so much. They don't know nothing about taking no trash out.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about they don't even, like you said, talking about cutting the grass. Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Then the only thing that leads is into like relationship issues. They don't know how to take care of a woman, or she don't know how to take care of a man, and they expect everything to be handed to them, and it's just that's not a realistic life of a perspective of life, and they grow into that.
But what they fail to realize though, like the women, the moms and the grandmoms, what they fail to realize is that they raising men that they don't even want.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they raising these boys to be like the way they are. But when they get in the dating field or whatever, or looking at a dating pool, that's what they looking at, a mirror image. They're looking like they don't want them, but you raising your son like that though.
Exactly. I agree with that. And then too, enforcing hard discipline, hitting or slapping a child may not be the best way to teach them self-control and self-direction. I kind of disagree with that.
Oh, but it'll help though. Go ahead.
I totally disagree. I disagree with that because I ain't saying you got to slap them.
Yeah, not that. No, not that.
But I am saying you got to get that honey.
Yeah.
Because the Bible says you spare the rod, spare the child. You got to do what you got to do to get their attention and snap them back into correction. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if a child know that mama gonna come to the school with that house robe on and a belt, they ain't gonna. The chance of them acting up is not gonna happen.
Right, and I'm laying wood. I'm laying wood all day, and hey, like I know what you're saying about the slapping all that. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that, but I'm laying some pretty wood because, like you said, when you don't, and then not on top of that, when they kids, especially these boys, when these boys know that their mom gonna step in, and they ain't gonna let you take care of them like they're supposed to be. Oh, it's over. It's a wrap. They man, they look at you like whatever.
Another thing I don't get is kind of a little bit off topic. Is that how do you as a father, or I would just say as a father, how do you as a father watch your daughter get hands put on her and you don't do nothing? Not you and not you, but I'm just
I
saying.
know what you're saying.
Yeah. You know, I've seen videos of this, and I'm just like, and I understand both sides of it, because you kind of you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have your kids out here, have her out here unprotected, but at the same time, you can't rough them up.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't scare them. You can't do nothing.
Man, I hope I ain't experienced that. I hope I don't never had to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you putting your hands on my daughters.
Yeah.
Like, and I know it. Like, you know, hey, that's a different ball game right there. 100%. For me anyway. I'm coming looking for you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Overindulging children, giving children whatever they want to prevent them from developing self-discipline. You see, it's kind of sort of with the wealthy people. But you know what? I kind of don't. I do and I don't agree that the wealthy people give their kids whatever they want. I kind of think that they kind of teach them the same hard work ethic that they had to get to where they are. I kind of think it's more so the people that the middle class to lower class that kind of do that because they want their kids to feel a certain way when they go to school or look a certain way. And a lot of rich people don't care how they look.
Right.
But they instill in them how to be successful. But I just think it's the middle, the lower class or whatever. And then sometimes, you know, it's the rich. It ain't the rich, it's just the middle class, the lower class or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, I guess we'll tap back in on that, you know, after the break. You know what I'm saying?
We hear the music. We'll be back after the break. Yeah.
Too big, wanting to grow up way too quick, searching for spotlights since I was 6. Hello, my name is Dream Too Big. Hello, my name is way too loud. My voice can cut right through the crowd. Got made fun of for it, but who's laughing now? Hello, my name is way too loud. I know I've had my moments and I've had heartaches. God is making miracles out of my mistakes. You can say I won't make it, and I can tell you that I don't really care. 'Cause hello, my name is going somewhere. Far. Lost all my words in a mason jar. Locked eyes with a stranger at the end of the bar. Hello, my name is You'll Go Far. Well, hello, my name is One More Try. I put too much stock in bad advice, 'cause anything worth leaving is worth loving twice. Make You're never gonna leave the ground. You can tell us all about it when you come back around. Hello, my name is Get Knocked Down. Hello, my name is Stand Back Up. Keep moving even when it gets rough. I've given so much, but I ain't giving up. Hello, my name is Stand Back Up. I know I've had my moments and I've had heartaches. God is making miracles out of my mistakes. You can say I won't make it, and I can tell you that I don't really care. 'Cause hello, my name is going somewhere. Going somewhere. Yeah, Oh, it's going
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk
Yes, sir.
133.
Yes, sir.
Man, we back. We back.
Yeah.
Before the break, just to get the people,
Okay, go ahead.
we talking about parenting
Mhm.
pitfalls, the stuff that parents allow their kids to do or do to their kids. That the first part was what they do, what they do to their kids, certain things they say and allow them to do. Now we're gonna go into the second part of it. Things that parents allow their children to do that could be detrimental, including allowing underage drinking, seeing that, neglecting their child's needs, seeing that, or failing to set boundaries or enforce discipline, seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a more detailed breakdown. Neglecting their needs. Parents who fail to provide for their children's basic needs, food, shelter, clothing, healthcare, education, etc., are failing in their duty to care for their children. 100%. Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah. I want to touch on that too, man. Because it's gonna kind of go back to what you were saying before we went to the break, right? About the rich people.
Yeah.
You said you think they don't look out for their kids as far as like materialistic as the middle class or lower class or whatever, right?
Well, what I was saying was I don't think they kind of like cater to it. I don't think they give them everything they want. Now they do give them some things because they're rich, their own car, their own house, but I don't feel like they have set them in a position where they just don't have to work and don't have to do anything. Some do, but I think a large majority of them don't. That's just my personal opinion without doing any research on it.
Right. I agree with you. And the touch base on what you was talking about just then too is like you said, you see what we, like I said, a lot of times with the lower class, if you want to use that word, parents.
Yep.
Like you said, they can do some things that can be detrimental as far as like with the education or whatever. And it's what it is like they do the opposite of like what you're saying the rich people do. Like the lower class, they gonna try to, I guess I'm gonna say, live through their kids.
Yeah.
It costs
You
what
could
it
say
is.
that.
Yeah, they try to get all the materialistic things. The common phrase that you will hear in the community is, I'm gonna get this for my kid, I'm gonna do this for my kid because my parents or my mama never got me this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they go all out above and beyond to do that type of stuff like that. But then on the flip side, like you were saying with the educational part, you may, they may be detrimental with other things as far as like getting stuff. Like they may neglect getting educational materials,
True
but
that.
we're gonna get the shine.
You're gonna get them shoes, them J's. That's a fact.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So they kind of tie into what you was talking about with the list you just brought up.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. They have more of a consumer mindset. That they are buyers. They want to spend. When they get it, spend it. They want to make sure that, hey, we
Right.
fly all the time, the whole family from top to bottom, and they want to,
Right.
they just want to make sure that they got it. And
Ain't that, not to cut y'all, ain't this crazy though, man? Like
very
they make sure they fly, you know, but fly from top to bottom, but it ain't nothing up here.
zero.
You know what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying?
about zero is empty, and
They
that's the
don't care,
thing.
and they don't care either.
Don't care.
As long as we fly.
That's all they care about.
And if you ain't fly, and got what I got, I'ma laugh at you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a backwards mindset.
That's a very backwards, because you think about the ones that do have a lot of money, they
They
ain't
don't.
dressed to fly all the time.
Yeah,
You don't
you
even
see
know they
them.
got it.
Yeah, you see them, they look like, hey, they just like an average Joe. You know, you don't even know they got money.
Loaded. You know what I'm saying? They
Yep.
loaded. And the next man is underage drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Allowing children to drink alcohol, especially before they are legally able to do, can be harmful to their physical and mental health, and can lead to addiction and other problems. And parents buy it for them, and they have it in the house for them. Hey, as long as you drink at home, you good.
That's wild. Yeah, that's wild right there.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. You know, we grew up. You know, I ain't gonna put nobody on blast, but we
Yeah.
grew up doing it
Right.
ourselves. You know, as long as you drink here, you good. And
But
ain't talking about our mama either.
yeah, but I you know, you say you ain't gonna put them on blast. I will. Mom didn't have nothing to do with it, but the uncles was on point. Like, yo, uncle, let me try that. Let me taste that.
Yeah, let me get a little bit of
Mom
that.
didn't know what was going on. So you know how it is when you're hanging with them uncles, boy. Them uncles, you know, hey,
Yeah,
you gonna roll with them, man, and you know, they're gonna teach you the ropes a little bit, even though it may not been the healthiest or it may not been the greatest.
yeah.
But you know, you like you say, you live and learn. But yeah, the uncles, man, hey, you know, they put us on. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is what it is.
And you know what the next one is too, that
What's
kind of
that?
tie right into that lack of supervision. Parents who don't supervise their children adequately, particularly when they are young and engaging in activities that could be dangerous, are putting their children at risk. Like
Right.
us. And they
Right.
said, Mom, we ain't saying you won't doing it. We talking about the ones who we was with had a lack of
Hey,
supervision.
hey, I'm gonna bail mom out again. Mom was on second shift for everybody, and hey, out there, hey, she had to be at Black and Decker at what time? 2:30, and she was
At-
getting off like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey,
yeah.
we had all day with the fellas.
We
You
had
know what I'm saying?
all day with the unks, and they was pumping
Yeah,
stuff to us, knowing we weren't supposed to have it.
right. Having a ball.
I'm telling you, but so parents, make sure that y'all doing stuff the right way. Don't put the kids in a position where, they can go to school smelling like alcohol.
Right. But
And if they're underage, they could take your kids.
right. But what we doing is see, I bail mom out.
Yeah,
But what we doing is we talking about the ones that, because you got so many parents that actually drink with their kids.
exactly.
So we kind of highlighting those parents, because I mean, they can't say that they don't do it, because I mean, you will say you don't do it, but you on social media, you with them toasting up with the red cups.
Yeah, you
You know
go
what I'm saying?
buy it for them. You
Yeah.
know what I
So
mean? And
yeah.
it's kind of sad. You think about it. If you look at your child, they 14, 15, like, I'm going to go on a beer run. What you want?
Right. Yeah. And some weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it all together.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, man.
Like
Get
you
you.
said, like you said, as long as we do it at the house, we good. You know what I'm saying? That ain't
You're not good. I don't care.
right.
You ain't good, bro. That
Right.
lack supervision is crazy. Failing to set boundaries. Parents who do not clear boundary don't set clear boundaries and expectations for their children's behavior can lead to acting out, disrespecting authority, and having difficulty navigating social situations. Like, for example, and when they go into schools and try to fight the teachers, they have no respect for the authority. You know what I mean? And when they get punished handily too by the one that they trying to take off on.
And see, I can't get no call like that. You know what I'm saying? All my kids, even the older ones, they all three of the older ones out of school, but the youngest one, of course, she's still in school, but she already know. She might run her mouth a little bit around here every now and then. That's teenagers or whatever, but when she get out in public, in the school system, stuff like that, she know how to act around the teachers and stuff like that. That I know of. That she does, but like I said, she already know that I can't receive a phone call just saying she acting out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be right out there.
With the slippers on and all.
Yeah, slippers on and all. I put the slippers on that day. I'm embarrassed of that day. I ain't coming out there like this right here. I'm putting the slippers in the robe on. They say with that one button.
With that one little button, Doc, just holding that mug together. Discipline issues, dog. Parents who are inconsistent with discipline, who resort to physical punishment or excessive punishment, can damage their children's emotional and psychological well-being. It's okay to talk to them, y'all. Y'all ain't got to foul for every time. Whenever they heard the word belt, they go to screaming. Anything with a butt, they start. It's too much. That you're being over excessive when you go to like you're reaching for, they flinch. You done too much. You know what I mean?
That's a little bit too much right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But sometimes, they need it, but you got to be consistent. Like you got to have 1 minute. You can't say, "Mama said this," and then you go to Daddy. He say something else, and then nobody check it. The mom or the daddy, whichever one, that they agree with the most, overrule it. Like Mom said, I can go. Dad said I can't go, so I'm rolling with Mom because I want to go.
Right. Oh no, we don't do that. We don't do that. Splitting the team around here. Yeah, me and my wife, we get together on that right there. Like we ain't splitting the team. And go back to what you were saying too about the authority for the kids. Disrespecting authority. Like so, I always tell mine or people that have kids that don't discipline them the way they do, that the way they should discipline them.
Yeah.
If you don't do it at the house, somebody out there is gonna do it. Then the police, they're gonna do it for them. Somebody like that, you know what I'm saying?
1000%, man. I'm telling you, it's definitely gonna happen. And that's what that's why they gotta be consistent with what they're doing. If you are going to discipline them, make sure you stay consistent, because then don't allow them, when you discipline them, to talk back while you're doing it. They're going, and then you don't check that. So it's just be mindful of that, ignoring their needs. Parents who don't listen to their children's concerns or needs, or who are more dismissive of their feelings, can damage their children's self-esteem and ability to form healthy relationships. Why would you ignore your child? They telling you they hurt, how they feeling. I got this weird feeling. I don't know what it is. Boy, go drink some water. You'll be all right.
Right. You see, we always have a round table every day. When wife get home from school, of course I pick baby girl up from school. So when Mom get home, she, all us at the round table, whatever we eating or whatever. So we kind of see what's going on with everybody's day. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, so I understand what you're talking about not paying attention to your kids if they got something going on.
Yeah, well, you think about it, you got a wife as a teacher, you got to have a round table, because she got something going on all the time.
Yeah, I got to talk with her too. And
you got to talk to her, everybody. You like a little counselor over there, Doc.
Yeah, man.
But you can't ignore them. You gotta you seriously, you gotta listen to what your kids are saying. I know at one point the suicide rate among a certain age group, teenagers, was very high. And I wish I had got the number, but I forgot to get the number of what it was. but the suicide rate was so high. And the reason being is that the parents don't listen. Some parents don't listen to it's too late. They try to tell you, well, you know, so and so is making me feel away. Boy, man up. Why you acting like a baby?
Yeah, and then too, man, the kids, man, they try to, maybe it's I'm pretty sure it's a parental thing too, right? The kids try to grow up so fast now.
Yeah,
You tell them like, look, try to be a kid as long as you can,
yeah,
and they grow up too fast. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's when all that they ain't developing the way they should mentally. And then, like you
right.
said, that's when that mental stuff kicking in, and you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, I put that out there too, man. Like they try to grow up too quick, and the parents got to kind of put a chain on it, you know, the best they can, a leash on it the best they can. You know what I mean?
yeah. You know, it's a song they got,
Mhm.
old song. Take your time, young man.
That's it.
Don't rush to get old. You
Right.
live your life. That's the name. That's how the song go. I'm
Yep.
just saying, don't rush to get old, because once you get old, you're gonna want to be young.
Yep.
So don't rush your time. Just take time. And parents, just listen to them. Just listen to what they have
Mhm.
to say. I'm telling you, it's very important. Not
Mhm.
adapting to their child's needs. Parents who don't adapt to their parenting, who don't adapt their parenting style to their child's unique needs and physical needs and personality, can create a difficult and potentially damaging environment for the child.
Mhm.
You gotta understand, you had a
Mhm.
rough childhood, and you were
Mhm.
tough, rough and tough and all that stuff.
Right.
Make your dance and pants and huff and puff, whatever you go, whatever, whatever your what you call,
Right.
whatever that was where you grew up in.
Mhm.
You can't do that with your kids. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like militant with them, because
Yeah.
they may not be militant. It may not be in them to be
Mhm.
militant. You know, they
Got to
may
break the cycle.
gotta break the cycle, man. And you gotta, especially with girls,
Mhm.
you know, and
Mhm.
boys now too, because now you take the women raising the boys, so you got to be
Yeah.
careful with that kind of dynamic,
Mhm.
because your parenting style as a woman
Mhm.
raising your daughter is totally different than it is when you were raising, now that you're raising him. And a
Mhm.
woman, to be clear, can never teach a man how to be a man. That's not how it works. That's
Right.
not the setup of it.
Right.
So y'all gotta understand, if you can't do it,
Get somebody that in the neighborhood that can.
get somebody that can do it. Now, an
Right.
uncle, or pastor, if you trust them, or somebody, because
And
you can't do it.
and for like what you just said, you know, um, for some of the women that may get upset, oh, you know, I can do this, I can do that, I can raise them, this, that, whatever. You know, when you said that a woman can't raise a man,
Yeah,
and if you know, it's vice versa.
yeah, that's true.
Like
That's true.
we can't raise a woman either. You know what I'm saying? So, but the reason why I say this is because a lot of times when you say what you just said, a lot of times the women they'll fly off the handle with that one.
Yeah, for
You
real,
know
man.
what I'm saying? I can do that. I'm a single mom. I did this. I done raised 3, 4 kids,
I'm
boys or whatever.
independent.
Yeah, I'm independent, this, that, or whatever. But on the flip side of it, like, you know, it is what it is. Just like we said, we can't raise women either.
Exactly, man.
As men, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And this is a very important one. You touched on it a little few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Not giving children enough quality time. Parents who do not make time for their children, who are constantly busy with other things, can create a sense of neglect and distance in parent-child relationships. They feel rejection.
Mm-hmm.
They feel rejected because, like, hey, I'm crying out for your time, but you too busy chasing money,
Mm-hmm.
or you too busy chasing a man or a woman. And I'm just
I
like,
was
well, hey,
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. You too busy chasing a man, or you know, like you said, money or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
whatever it is, you too busy chasing it, and they want your time.
Hmm.
They're begging and crying out for it, and you won't give it to them.
Right.
So
Don't just drop off a piece of cheeseburger or a pizza and be
yeah,
like, "I'll be back." You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man. So when we come back off of this break, man, we're gonna talk about it's a key thing that we let our kids do, man. That
Okay.
it's kind of I'm gonna give you the effects of it and all that stuff like that, but it's one of those things, man, that what it is. It's called we let our kids get on social media too much. You know, we can kind of roll into it until we get into the break, but we let our kids get on social media way too much. And
Yeah.
the effects of social media, man, is detrimental to the kids,
Yeah.
man. So,
Right.
I mean, we heard the music, but I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this.
Okay, go ahead. We'll finish
Key,
out.
this the key piece, man, with social media is really affecting a lot of kids in a lot of ways, and it's causing them to do harm to themselves. And we as parents are letting them do it. Hey, we'll be back after the break.
That's right.
It's time for a vacation, and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury included, adults-only resorts, or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get Thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.net.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
We are back. Welcome back to Man
Yes, sir.
33. Tonight we're talking about parenting pitfalls. Pitfalls. And before the break, we were just talking about social media. That's one of the biggest things that we allow kids at a young age to get on. And so I guess I'm answering my own question. Is the parents at fault or the child? Which one you?
That's a tough one, man. I would say, man, by us being the elders, I would say it's the parents, right? But it is what it is with this day and age, because everybody now got phones, and when it's just not like it was, man, when we was coming through, man. And even now, like I said, when I go back to when I blame the parents, it's like, because you can take a 2, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, whatever, and just to keep them quiet, the parents are putting them on. They give them an iPad. Here you go, take this iPad and get over in the corner and be quiet. Because that'll keep them quiet. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, on the flip side, with the older kids, it's kind of is what it is. You got to kind of monitor them, man. Like especially the ones that's in middle school and stuff like that, because I mean, everybody got that iPhone now, man. It is what it is.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, is it the parents' fault, or the kids gonna find a way if you don't let them do it? I think you probably got ways you can monitor and restrict certain stuff. And the reason why I'm saying this is because asking this is because the effects of social media, the parents they do understand. I guess they understand, but the effects of it, man, is crazy. Like cyberbullying,
right?
Who knew that was a thing, right? You can bully somebody online to make them go do harm to themselves. Cyberbullying is a serious problem that can have devastating effects on the victim's mental health, calling them ugly and fat and all other kind of stuff that they won't dare say in their face.
That's what I say, man. That's why I say it's today's climate, because You know what I'm saying? Like, to piggyback off what you just said, like, how you gonna be on the other end of the line or whatever and make me kill myself?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, I think, of course, it's like it's mental health or whatever, but
yeah,
it's just this day and age, man, with the kids, man, they're so sensitive, and they don't. It's just hard to explain or describe, because I'm like if we had stuff like that back in the day, the first thing, back in the day, we'd be like, yo, come and tell me in my face then.
exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But now it's like, somebody can get into something online or something like that. And then, like you said, they next thing you know, they hanging themselves for something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's
Like,
it's we had to call it what it is a demonic
yeah.
entity that kind of gets in that whole system of social media. You think about it, you got all kind of stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
like you made a point that
Mm-hmm.
if you give a little child because they running and jumping and hollering and
Yep.
you won't put the hand on them, we just say, here, go take this, go sit in the corner. And
That's
then
where we
they
at.
have access to look up anything they want. And you know what's crazy? It could pop up in their feed. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that thumbnail look funny.
Mm-hmm.
And they click
Yep.
on it, and the parents are just doing whatever it is they want to do
Yep.
and not even think about what the kids are watching.
And like I said, man, it's so convenient for as for parents now. So it's so convenient.
Yeah,
And because like I said, the reason why I say this, because if they don't have to be parents anymore.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? They can be just like, here you go. I need you to be quiet. I'm trying to take care of this. I'm trying to read my book. I'm trying to watch my movie. Take this iPad and just get over there and be quiet. Here, matter of fact, you could take my phone.
I'm
You
trying
know
to
what
talk
I'm
to
saying?
my man, so go sit down somewhere.
Right.
And trying
You
to
know.
be cute or whatever they trying to do. I'm trying to talk to my woman. Go sit down. Here go the
Yep.
pad, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
that cyberbullying is a real thing, man. It also leads to
Yeah.
sleep disturbances. Social media can disrupt sleep patterns and lead to sleep disruptions.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they put some on the internet, they want to like, they want to
Mm-hmm.
share, they want to see if somebody liked it, and they want to, they get up in the middle of the night, see how many people didn't liked it, and and if it ain't enough people that liked it,
Yeah.
that's
They
another
get
issue.
they get upset, like, oh, did nobody like my video or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you talking right. You on the right track.
Yeah, they
They want
and
that validation.
exactly, and it disrupts their sleep, man, because
Mm-hmm.
they up and all night just trying to, or all day they own it. They
Mm-hmm.
wake up on it, and then first thing they do is grab the phone, see who on Facebook or whatever, whatever platform they on, you
Yep.
know.
I got one. I got a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
I know
So
exactly. I don't know exactly what it is. We got to stay on her. We stay on her all the time, on that stuff like that, but
yeah, yeah,
like she's on it. But like I said, during the weekday, we have her turn it in a certain amount of time, like 9 o'clock, or
yeah.
something like that. When we get home from school,
Hmm.
she turn it in to me, and then I put it up, and then she do what she need to do, study whatever she need to do, get her clothes ready for school the next day.
Yeah.
And I stay probably around about 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock.
Hmm.
They give her a little free time, and then 9 o'clock you turn it back in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do that.
And you know what's crazy though? Like how powerful social media is, man. It could cause depression.
Hmm.
Research suggests a strong relationship between excessive social media use and mental health disorders, and
Hmm.
mental disorders especially could cause depression,
Hmm.
because as we just said, it's not enough people liking it, not enough people sharing it, not enough people viewing it, and you thought this was your best video. This is some of my best work.
Everybody want to go viral.
Dog, you don't know how long I took to set these lights up to get it. Just this was my best video.
Right.
And guess
Right.
what? 2 people looked at it in 24 hours. Now that causes you to go into a
Right.
spiral, a depression spiral. And I'm just saying, like, this is one of the things, and this is what I'm saying. Parents, just monitor the social media stuff because it can happen. And then if you don't have some of the other things that's in play, you don't give them your attention because they crying out for it. You don't, all these other things, you don't discipline enough. Like you said, you got a rule in place where you got to turn it in at a certain time.
Yep.
Man, some folks don't never turn their stuff in.
Right. And like you said, man, you got to, like I said, with the lashing out, like I said, with the mental.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I ain't showing them no love.
Yeah.
And then they get all of that. Ain't nobody liking their video, their TikTok video that they made.
The best one too. They had put a lot of work in it.
Yeah, I left that. I forgot to leave that. The best one. That was their best work yet. And you got all that in one melting pot.
Yes.
And that's when they lash out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you just got to keep that monitor, man. Like I said, but like I said, it is hard. It is hard, man, with today's climate, because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of times you got to take in consideration too. These kids were born into it.
Yes.
We had to grow into it.
Yeah.
They were born into it. So that's all this is all they know.
That's all they know, man. And then, but we were grown, raised in certain things. And that's all we knew, but we had to kind of get a control over it. We had to have some type of parental supervision that kind of kept us on the straight. Like, hey, you need to be. Remember they had the street light rule. You got to be in the house by the time the street light go off.
Right.
If you ain't in the house, you're gonna get skinned alive. So you need to. Right. Now it ain't no guardrails. It's just they do whatever, and it's crazy. Excuse me, y'all. It's crazy how that can turn into low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. A culture of comparison created by social media platforms can lead to low self-esteem. Comparing, looking at this person doing this and this person doing that. Oh, why can't I do it? That was my best video yet. But their video ain't even nowhere near better than mine, but they got more people watching it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they be like, am I too fat? Am I too skinny? What's going on with me? And it can lead to like low self-esteem. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, we just got to, like I said, just do better as parents. But like I said, even though it'll still be kind of hard, maybe the older parents, they can probably, put a stop gap in between.
Yeah.
And kind of do it. But the new age parents, I don't see it getting any better, because see, a lot of these new age parents, they were raised up off social media themselves.
Right.
So now they passing it down to their kids. So the new parents, they don't know how to get off of it.
Yeah.
And then the new kids, they definitely know how to get off of it, because like I said, when you put something new and flash in front of these little young kids like that, and like what it is, games, or what I heard tonight, Roblox and all this little stuff like that they be playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it was back in the day when we was able to get to the arcade to play Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah. And Gladiator, Galaxy, whatever.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You might get back then, you might get 4 quarters out. Your 4 quarters is it. That's over. It's over. But now it's like they get these games and it's constant. Yeah. On the phone, I can do it on my iPad. I can do, my iPad when the battery get low, I plug it in the wall and I'm still playing it.
You know why?
You
know why? The fear of missing out. They feel like they're gonna miss out on something. A psychological phenomenon that can lead to anxiety and stress is caused by constantly checking social media for updates, events, and experiences, likes, comments, shares, views, and they want to make sure that they on top of it. Going to see what somebody else doing. And I think social media, man, it's a good thing. That one right there, fear of missing out. All of this can be for grown people, but grown people do have kind of a sense of how to control themselves. Young folk, it's a whole new world. They just get into it, and it just causes them to just go all day, all
Yeah,
day,
man.
all day, all day. They can't go without their phone for, I don't know, 10 minutes.
But the crazy part about it is they had their phone all the time with them, but when you text them or call them, they don't get the phone call or the text.
Oh, not at all. That's mandatory. They never gonna pick that up.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's wild to me.
Yeah, man. And then social isolation research suggests that excessive use of social media can lead to feelings of isolation. They get into this little bubble. You ever seen somebody that that they get into games, they play games a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Yeah,
just in like a little bubble. They
yeah,
just have a little crew that, because it's so convenient now that you can play somebody at another house, and you could
yeah.
just, y'all could just be on a team, because my son, he plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can be on the team. Hey, you go left. No, that way, that way. And you just get into this little
Mm-hmm.
bubble where you just feel like all day you want to just do it.
Mm-hmm. That used to be like that used to be like how what was the game store?
GameStop.
GameStop.
Yep.
Back in the day, man, when I used to go in there and take my oldest son
Mm-hmm.
and used to take him in there, man, to pick up, we used to pick up some stuff, man. Like you said, you can see the difference of the people. Like when you go in there, it's like they're in a bubble.
Yeah.
It's like they don't see nobody else. It's
Yep.
like they just into the game. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And it's like, I'm like, hey, do y'all see me? I'm over here. Like, do y'all see me? I'm, of course, I'm the dad or whatever, the older guy, whatever. I'm watching them like get their stuff or whatever, but I'm like, don't y'all see me? Like they in a bubble. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's the addiction of it. Social media can
Mhm,
lead to addictive behaviors characterized by compulsive behavior and
mhm,
can and an inability to control the amount of time spent online. Like hours go by, it seems like minutes, and you look up,
mhm,
you be like, "Oh man, it's like I thought I
mhm.
was up here like 30 minutes. It's been
Right,
3 hours." Just
right.
scrolling, looking at pictures, scrolling,
Mhm,
looking at this, or like I said, playing video games. It can get away
mhm,
from you. It's like
mhm,
any other addiction, but that's one that I feel, I don't know the research on. I think it's one of the least talked about addictions, because
mhm,
that social media is an addiction that could be worse than
mhm,
any other addiction that you can have,
mhm,
and parents need to understand that once your kids get addicted, it's just
mhm,
like alcohol or any other
mhm,
thing. Once you get addicted,
mhm.
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, man, a lot of times, man, if I can use this, a lot of times it help parents.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, like the younger parents, because they trying to get into something over here,
Hmm.
but they can't do it unless they get the kid the iPad over here,
Hmm. True
or
that.
just take my phone or whatever and do what you need to do. Cause I'm trying to handle something over here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah, it's wild, man. But I go back to what you said too. Like it's demonic.
it is.
I still think it's a window
No, it's definitely demonic, because
portal.
all these things, man, we talk about like body shaming. You
Hmm.
body shame. They look at
Hmm.
people and they call them, talk about their shape and talk about all of that stuff, and that causes them to, it affects their overall well-being. Now they don't want to eat. What's the disease? What's the sickness that people have? They don't want to eat. I can't think of what it is, but they,
Anorexia.
there you go. They
Yeah,
now they
anorexia.
want to, no matter how small they are, they still look
Mhm.
big.
Right. The anorexia, yeah, that's when they I think when they eat, then they make themselves, throw it
Yeah,
back up or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Mm,
and which is wild, is because um it's one of those things where as having that sickness, you don't
mm,
even really understand and don't know.
mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You just
Right,
think I'm fat because somebody
right.
told me years ago
Mhm.
that I was fat.
Right.
I'm just like, it's the craziest thing ever, man. And misinformation,
Mhm.
misinformation, because we heard the music, I'm gonna get through this. Misinformation can spread rapidly through
Mhm.
social media platforms where users can share content without verifying its accuracy. So whatever
Mhm.
it said up there, it's the truth.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. I saw it on Facebook. What I'm just saying, the man just came out and said he's still living. There's a lie. Where it was on Facebook, he died. Well, he's not. He just
Yeah.
his publicist just confirmed that he's not. So we'll be back after the break, the last break.
All right.
You loved me at my lowest. Your kindness covered me. You stayed and made the fear and shame pass over me. And I can count on one thing: you'll see me through. 'Cause no one else has ever been as good or true. I've seen you move the mountains. I've seen you part the sea. I know you'll do it all over again for me. And I'm safe as when I'm with you. I'm free if you're with me. Your presence is a place that I am meant to be. And I can count on one thing: what you say you do. And even in the waiting, I will trust in you. 'Cause you are the only one, and you are the only one I need. You're my defender that comes through whenever I am weak. And in every season, I see you behind everything. I have good reasons to believe that I'll be safe if you're with me. Wake up, it's a new day. There's a new praise, he's making a way. This is my life, about to be changed, and he will stay the same. Wake up, it's a new day. There's a new praise, he's making a way. This is my life, about to be changed, and he will stay the same. And wake up, it's a new day. There's a new praise, he's making a way. This is your life, about to be changed, and he will always, always be the only one. And you are the only one I need. You're my defender that comes through whenever I am weak. And in every season, I see you behind everything. I have good reasons to believe that I'll be safe if you're with me. And I have good reasons to believe that I'll be safe if you're with me. And I have good reasons to believe that I'll be safe if you're with me.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk
Yes, sir.
133. Man, you know what? This whole show,
Mm-hmm.
we've been getting to the parents. I ain't gonna lie, we've been
Yeah, we have. Yeah,
So,
pretty
so,
much.
so what I'm gonna do? What we're gonna do now, man? We're gonna talk about some things that parents do very well. They are doing very well. You ain't gonna,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
So some of the things they're doing very well. They're providing a safe and loving environment, providing basic needs, emotional security, which creating a stable and nurturing environment where children feel loved and safe and secure. Some of them do have open communication. Everybody ain't chasing out the money and men and women and neglecting their kids. You know what I mean? You want to pop in, just pop in. I'm just reading through my list real quick.
Okay.
They do set boundaries. They do have boundaries that they do set. They do encourage independence. Some do. Some promote curiosity and exploration. They, have their kids, join certain groups to kind of, get to know other, learn different things. You know what I mean? Supporting education and development, prioritizing education, ensuring children have access to quality education, and supporting their learning journey so they can get in the best colleges that they want to get into. Encouraging reading. Some of them make sure that they read and make sure they are literate. You know what I'm saying? Some of them promote health, promoting healthy habits, encouraging eating, exercising, sleeping habits. This one right here I think it's a really good one that parents do. They model positive behavior. They being role models. Parents are role models for their children, and their actions and behaviors have significant impact on their children's development. You got, you got four. I said four. You got four, so you should know more about that. You know what I mean?
You know how we talk. It's 4 of them.
It's 4.
Yeah.
Now this is a big one. This is a real big one. Parents who are willing admitting mistakes. Parents who are willing to admit their mistakes and apologize to their children teach valuable lessons about humility and accountability. Yo, man, that's a big one, because if you can admit your mistakes to them, that's big.
Right. And I like that list, man. I think on the list, unfortunately, with the list, there's a great list, and that is all this facts. Unfortunately, with the list that you just named, everything that you just named, they don't highlight that side of the parents parenting and the kids. You know what I'm saying? They always highlight the negative side that we was talking about earlier.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
we talked about that for almost an hour, and we got I got like 3 minutes of this to talk about.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's a lot of good parents out there, like you just said.
Yeah, great.
Like I said, unfortunately, we don't, the parents, I ain't gonna say we, unfortunately, the parents, a lot of parents, they don't promote that side.
Yeah.
Like they don't promote like their kid is in the band or, stuff like that. A lot of them don't, but they gonna promote them, doing other stuff, You know what I'm saying,
Yeah. And the last one, man, practicing patience and understanding that children are still learning and developing, and practicing patience and understanding when they make mistakes. Don't go off. They drop something on the floor. They 2 years old. They drop some water on the floor. You throwing stuff against the wall. You're acting a fool. Like they've 2. Give them a little time to kind of. I mean, their hand and eye might not be together good yet. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them a little time, man.
Right. When they get up in the age, though, and they get into the teenage years, now you can hold the fire to them.
Yeah, but
because they know, but they should know better by then.
Yeah, man, they should know better. Hey, man, y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in to Man Talk 133. And to the next time, y'all be blessed.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show, or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.